Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading An Angsty Baku X-Reader by Yuna on Wattpad. So let's get into it. Katsuki and I were walking towards the cafeteria alone. The Baku squad are usually the first ones at the table, so we didn't need to worry about someone taking it. Though this time, Katsuki was venting to me because of something Izuku did. I honestly did not see the point of getting mad at something so little, but I prefer Katsuki venting to me instead of taking it out on others. As we entered the doors of the cafeteria, I looked around to see if I could spot our friends, but instead, my eye caught a certain purple-haired boy. He was sitting with some people who were talking, but they seemed uninterested in the conversation. I waved at him and sent him a smile. He lightly waved and raised his eyebrows as a sign that he saw me. "Hey, are you even listening?" Katsuki questioned me in his rough voice, and turned his head to see who I was waving at. "Yes, Izuku is passing you off." "Huh. Isn't that the lizard that who fought in the sports festival?" I lightly hit his arm. "His name is Shinso. He's cool. And yeah, it's him." He stopped in the middle of the cafeteria. "How the hell do you know his name?" I rolled my eyes and pulled on his hand so he could start walking again, which worked. President Mike announced all of the contestants' names, dummy. "Hey, don't call me dumb. I'm smarter than you." We finally reached our table, and were immediately greeted by our friends. "What took you guys so long?" Mina asked. "Were you guys doing couple stuff?" She wiggled her eyebrows, trying to suggest something. "Shut it, raccoon eyes," Katsuki replied. I rolled my eyes and chuckled at her comment. "Don't worry about it." Katsuki here just a little angrier than usual. Kaminari, Kirishima, and Saro were questioning Katsuki, which probably wasn't a good idea, but I still let them. Besides, they were one of the few people he tolerated. "Damn it, shut the hell up. I forgot my chopsticks." Katsuki growled, silencing the boys. I chuckled. "I'll go get you some from the dispensers." I stood up to get them, but he spoke up. "I don't like those," he commented as he crossed his arms. "Okay then, eat with your hands." I copied his motions. He rolled his eyes as a response. "It's only for today, Katsuki. Suck it up." I went to the front of the cafeteria, where all the napkin, spoons, forks, and chopsticks dispensers were. I grabbed Katsuki a pair of chopsticks, and just as I turned around, I bumped into someone. "You know, if you want to talk, there are better ways to get one's attention, rather than constantly bumping into them." "Oh, Shinso," I exclaimed. "Sorry, I didn't see you." "I'll say," he said, as he looked at the vending machine options. "Your boyfriend looks like he's about to blow a fuse." "He already did once or twice," I told him as a joke. He replied, while selecting his choice. "Being with someone like that sounds tiresome. How do you deal with that?" I scratched the back of my neck. I don't know, really. I have known him almost all my life, so I've gotten used to it. Believe it or not, he's actually more calm and gentle when we're alone." "Yeah, that's hard to believe." He reached down the vending machine to grab a select snack and turned to me with his head slightly tilted. "You should get going. I can feel a stare from a mile away." He walked away from me. A very dramatic conversation if you ask me, but I turned to look at my table, and fair enough, I see Katsuki and his squad staring down at what just happened. I quickly walked towards them, and of course, they bombarded me with questions. "Are you okay? Did he hypnotize you? What did he say?" Did he make you do something? I handed Katsuki the chopsticks. Or, well, he snatched them off my hands. But I didn't pay much attention to his actions. Guys, I'm okay. He didn't hypnotize me or anything, I said as I took a seat again. I think we're friends. I smiled, hearing Katsuki scoff next to me. Don't be friends with him, Mayan. What if he makes you do stuff against your will? Mina exclaimed as she reached for my hands. The boys agreed with her, while nodding their heads. Guys, he's trying to make it to the hero course. He wouldn't do that. I explained, but they would not believe me. We got into a big conversation over it. And if he is going to actually make it into the hero course. He looks like the type to get girls, though. I bet he's popular with the ladies. Kam and I took a quick glance at Shinso. All of a sudden, Katsuki slammed down his chopsticks, getting our attention. It was quiet for a moment, until I spoke up. Are you... I'm fine. He cut me off and got up from the table, and walked away. Don't follow me. We all looked at each other in confusion. Was it something we said? Kirishima asked. Who knows? I sighed, and got up as well. I'm still going after him. Kirishima wiped a fake tear. My aunt, you care for Bakugou so much. You're still willing to go after him. That's so manly. I really look up to you. I chuckled before racing after the angry hedgehog. Luckily, when he's mad, he has a habit of sulking and walking slower, so I caught up to him fast. Katsuki, what happened back there? I asked as I tried to intertwine our fingers, but to my surprise, he snatched his hand back and kept looking forward, not sparing me one glance. It was just one simple gesture, but I felt my heart break into a million pieces. Katsuki? I questioned, but I still received no response. Are you mad at me? Go be annoying elsewhere. I told you not to follow me. I stopped in my tracks, but Katsuki didn't seem fazed at all what he said to me. Still standing in place, I watched as he walked further and further away. Am I really annoying? I guess I might have gotten a little too comfortable with him. Class carried on as usual later on. Aizawa-sensei gave his lecture. All of us paid attention, and that was that. No one suspected me and Katsuki were having problems. Until class was dismissed and he raised the door without me. We walked home together, and he always waits for me to put all my stuff away. But not this time. Is Bakugou still mad? Kirishima asked. I think so. I trailed off as I replied. I think he needs to just cool down. Mayan, are you alright? Uraka made her way over to me. I looked at her and flashed her a big smile. Yep, I'm sorry. Just lost in my thoughts. After reassured everyone I was alright, I was finally making my way home. Izuku was the hardest of them all to convince. He knew me and Katsuki very well, and he actually guessed everything correctly. He knew Katsuki hurt my feelings with harsh words, but I would not admit it. So he dropped it, knowing he wouldn't get anything out of me. I was debating whether or not I should go to Katsuki's house. Maybe it was the school's environment that got him to act like that. His soft side came out when we were alone. So, this was a perfect opportunity. I stood in front of his door. I didn't know whether to knock or just walk inside. His parents were at home because neither of the cars were parked. And I knew Katsuki was inside because his antisocial ass refused to go elsewhere. In the end, I decided to knock and wait for the door to open. Once it did, I was greeted by my boyfriend. Katsuki, you didn't wait for me this time. I know, he quickly replied. Who's walking you home? That purple freak? I furrowed my eyebrows in confusion. Huh? Are you talking about Shinso? Shinso Hitoshi? He rolled his eyes. There you go again. Saying his weird-ass name. Not surprised in all of it. Is this what it's all about? I questioned as my eyes widened. Though, he didn't reply, which answered my question. Katsuki, am I not allowed to have guy friends? I'm not trying to control your life, but it's bad news. I wouldn't befriend him if I were you. But you're not me, I started to argue back. I can befriend whoever I want. Then do whatever the hell you please then. Why did you even come to see me? Because I care about you. You're my boyfriend and I love you. I shouted. Call me when you stop being a baby about this. Until then, piss off. It was in the heat of the moment I didn't even realize what I said. I told him I loved him, and I meant it. But I quickly came back to reality. He was frozen in place, and his eyes were widened at my words. I took this chance to run away from the situation. Wait, I heard him say, but I didn't dare look back. He needed to make this right, one way or another.